All right, and welcome back, guys. So since Outbreak is launched, we've kind of been grinding, finding the single best way in the game currently to get these Aetherium crystals, the refined ones, the purified ones, the ones that you really want. So you're able to go to those tier 4 and tier 5 upgrades. Now, before we go into the methods that we've kind of found here, if you want to join us on our goal to hitting 40K subs, I would greatly appreciate that. We've got tons of zombies content coming out. Using this method, I'm going to get a bunch of things tier 4 and 5 and kind of show you what Jug, Stamina Up, all the perks, all the abilities, all that stuff does when it hits tier 5. We're probably gonna have a video showing you what brain rot does when you get it tier 5. I think it's gonna be pretty insane. I haven't tested it yet, but that's the video we got coming up later today. On top of that, if you're looking for amazing shirts to wear while you're grinding this game out, we've got grinding shirts linked in the description below that you can wear when you're grinding Dark Aether or grinding these Aetherium crystals, whatever you're grinding in this game. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. One thing you gotta know, I'm recording this video about 8 hours after Outbreak has came out. So obviously in the future, new methods are going to be found, quicker ways to get these crystals are going to be found. But in terms of what I know now, I think in the game, this is currently your single best option if you're trying to get some of these upgrades. I'll inform you guys, make new faster guides whenever they come out. So if I find a faster way to get these or a new method comes out that's like way quicker than this, we'll have that new video out shortly, kind of showing the quicker way to get it. But as of now, this is my recommendations for you. Now, starting off, there's kind of two methods you can use for this. You've got a slower method that's safer, and you got a quicker method that's going to get you more crystals per hour, but it's more risky. It's kind of high risk, high reward. You mess up and you lose, you're kind of gonna get less per hour than what you would have gotten doing the safe method. So starting off, I'm gonna tell you kind of the riskier method. Now this method involves playing Outbreak solo. While playing solo, you're gonna be able to go through the objectives, the rounds a lot quicker than when you're playing co-op. And it seems to be that it's a little bit easier to complete some of the objectives and just kind of get through it and not have to worry too much about it. And right now with the current state of things, I'm consistently able to get to about round 5, finish the task on round 5, and then that is when I exfil. I know other people have had luck getting higher and higher, but the higher round you go, the more risky it gets. You get crystals when you exfil. So if you know you can get to round 5 and exfil every time, that might be a better option for you than kind of risking it going to 6 or 7 or maybe higher, even though you could get multiple purified, multiple refined crystals for hitting wave 6, wave 7 in Outbreak. And this is where I think this strategy is going to change the most as you start to upgrade your perks to tier 4 and tier 5. And once you got like every perk tier 5, you're probably going to be able to make it to higher and higher rounds on Outbreak, where you might consistently be able to hit round 7. Right now, 5 is kind of the golden space for me. I know I can get to round 5, I can exfil on round 5, which just getting to 5 and exfilling is a good chunk of crystals, because on round 1, you're only gonna get 1 raw crystal. However, at the end of round 2, when you complete the objective, you have a chance of getting a refined and a purified. Now that chance is fairly high, but it's not guaranteed. I'd say about 70-75% of the time I complete round 2, I get a purified and a refined crystal. Now, it's not going to happen every time. Sometimes you're going to complete round 2 and you're just going to get a raw, or you're just going to get a refined. You're not going to get that purified. But then after that, when you complete round 3 and you get that, I have pretty much every single time got a purified and a refined from completing wave 3. And then wave 4, you're going to get another one. And then wave 5, you're going to get another one. And then if you exfil, you have once again a high chance of getting 2 more of those crystals there. So with perfect odds there, you would get 6 purified and refined crystals in one game, which is going to take about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's a tier 5 upgrade every single hour-ish. Now, if your odds aren't perfect, which I know sometimes they're not, I'd say you're going to at minimum get 3, which would take 2 games to get something tier 5, which really isn't that bad. When they were kind of hyping this up, they made it seem like it was something that was going to take forever to get all of them. But once you get this pattern down and you're able to get to tier 5 in exfil, if you've got good luck, that's 1 tier 5 per game, or at least kind of halfway there at minimum, which really isn't that bad for an hour or so of grinding. So if you really wanted to, you could set aside 2 hours a day, get kind of a tier 5.5, and, you know, just keep kind of going. And the best part about this is it's going to kind of snowball, because once you start getting your perks tier 4 and you get them tier 5, you're going to be able to last longer and longer and go to higher and higher waves, because you have a chance of getting 2 refined and 2 purifieds past round 6. So once you get to 6, you can get 4 of those crystals just for completing that round, and then round 7 you can get 4 more, and then you get another one for exfilling, and that would be more than an entire perk upgrade that game alone, which will allow you to get more and more, go higher and higher rounds. So it's kind of a snowball thing. Right now, I don't have anything upgraded to tier 5. So getting to about round 5 in exfilling is what's been working for me. But I'll definitely let you guys know once I get everything upgraded to see how kind of far I can last. And if I can get to tier 8 in exfil, that's going to be a ton of freaking crystals. And obviously while doing this, you don't want to be kind of doing any of the side quests in the map. You really just want to be doing the main objective, getting it done, and leaving. I know you can kind of get better loot, more points and stuff if you do some of the stuff around the map, but you're not really getting much crystals for those. And it's really just kind of taking time away from you getting to the next objective, finishing it, and getting all of your crystals. But that was the more riskier method. Let's go kind of the more safe method, and this is kind of playing Outbreak co-op. Now, each and every trial is going to take longer while you're playing with multiple players, but it is a little bit safer. So in solo, everything's kind of relying on you. If you kind of mess up and you go down and you die, your entire game could be ended right there, and you could lose out on a lot of time if you're still setting up and you haven't really got to round 2 yet. When you're playing with multiple players, you can obviously revive them, they can revive you. However, I've noticed that when I'm playing with multiple players, it does seem to take quite a bit longer to go from round to round, and it's kind of harder to get into the higher and higher rounds while playing with multiple players. So when playing with 3 or 4 players, I would recommend getting to about wave 3 or 4 and then exfilling. Kind of find what you're comfortable with. If you can't consistently beat wave 4, go to round 3, exfil. You still have a chance of getting 3 of each crystal doing that, or maybe go to 4. That way you have a chance of getting about 4 of each crystal. And this method's a lot safer, but as you can see, you're putting in about the same amount of time to get to wave 4 as you would be 5. And you're not getting as many crystals per game. So I would definitely recommend trying it out solo, but if solo is just not working for you, you can try it out and see what you can get while doing with multiple players. I've got a Discord link below if you're looking for people to play with kind of while you're grinding this. So if you're trying it solo, the risk just isn't working for you, you're getting to wave 3 or wave 4 and dying, I definitely recommend going to the Discord below, finding some people to play with, and just going to wave 3 and 4 with them, and then exfilling and getting those crystals. But yeah, as it stands right now, this, in my opinion, is the single quickest way to grind these. Obviously, more and more stuff is going to come out in the future. I've tried the traditional zombie-based modes, and from what it seems with those, the crystal earn rate is just way too slow for it to be viable. The normal, like, wave-based, the original zombie mode seemed to be better for grinding Dark Aether, grinding levels, and zombie kills. However, Outbreak really shines when it comes to grinding these crystals, at least at its current state of things. And honestly, with how quick I've been kind of earning these using this method, I wonder if they might end up nerfing these, because from what we've heard pre the launch of this, they really wanted to kind of extend the grind of zombies and make this quite a bit longer. But once you kind of get all of these perks upgraded and you're making it to really high rounds in Outbreak, you're going to pretty quickly start upgrading most of your stuff and most of the important stuff right away. And it's not going to take as long to upgrade to all of this stuff to max as they originally made it seem to be. So maybe this gets nerfed and they make it harder in the future. I don't really know at the current state of things, or maybe this is exactly how they intended. Either way, definitely recommend going out there, playing Outbreak, getting your stuff tier 4 and 5, and just fully upgrading your setup in Zombie Boys. But like I said, got a video coming out later today showing how Brain Rot works tier 5 in Zombies. Really excited about that. Haven't got to test it yet. Gonna test it right after I finish this. But yeah, it's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.